Hey yo, I know this looks absolutely totally insane. Doesn't look like put a lot of effort into this shit. But again, I'm making this out of PVC because the PVC is a lot easier to cut and form, and I'm using small galvanized plates that I can bend very easily to try to find the position where the shoulder needs to be. These are wheel casters. I got them at Arbor Freight. And the idea was for this thing to be able to follow my arm, which it does. But as you can see, it doesn't, like in other words, it would have to be up here. So it doesn't make any sense for me to just show, oh, everything went according to plan. No, these are the kind of things that do happen. And again, this is why I'm using the PVC. Again, this PVC will go here in my arm, and then there'll be a joint where I can bend it and rotate it. So I got to accommodate for all that motion. And again, there's a part back here where the Steadicam arms will come through, and what they'll do is attach to these stupid things. And the idea would be my arm would be in this position, but with the weight of the armor and the other stuff will come down. So it should be very easy. And instead of, for my EXO, instead of trying to give like superhuman strength like Tony Stark or some crazy shit like that, I'm going with being able to lift my own weight and have mobility. And again, if I have the Steadicam arm holding this thing up, like it would attach to my forearm, then what happens is when I bring my arm down like this, that weight will be suspended by the Steadicam arm. Um, as you can see, this will go around my arm and it'll have parts, so it'll be like a triangle. So basically my arm will go into that, the end cap will seal, and that's it. My whole arm will be surrounded in hard armor. And even though I'm making it out of titanium, which, fuck, titanium's not cheap. Titanium is not cheap. It's fucking a bitch to cut. Holy fuck. But so it's little things where you try to get around that and stuff. And I apologize. It does look like shit, but this is part of the process. You know, you try something out and it doesn't work, so you have to rethink it. So these hinges will again probably come up here someplace and come down my arm, and then I have a universal joint that'll go there. I got to be able to accommodate for this movement. For, as you can see now, it's like I can't, like if I attach this to my arm, I can't lift my arm all the way up. So again, it's a little redesign and stuff. Inevitably, this will be made out of electric pipe conduit, electric conduit pipe, and then I'm going to squeeze the ends and then put bolts through them and then probably solder them to make sure it doesn't come off. And it'll be done like that around my arms. So it'll be almost like a triangle that goes over my arm all the way. So this is the part of the triangle. Then you have two parts that would come out and encircle my arm with hard armor. Right now, again, what I'm trying to do is figure out the placement for these things, which I think that they'll work. I'm not 100% sure, but the only way you know for sure is by trying it. I mean, it does have good range of motion. So again, and all these are, is as you can see, they are wheel casters. So you've got this motion and you've got this motion. The only thing is that the pivot point needs to be up here so I can move my arm in all the directions instead of down here. So again, you know, it's coming along. And once I'm finished, again, I will make the whole structure out of steel, galvanized electrical conduit piping, and everything should be welded in place and pretty strong. So we'll see how it turns out. But again, just to give an update, this is kind of like what the idea for what I have for the arms. And this, you know, you're not going to be able to punch through a wall, but you'll be able to lift your arm with about 20 pounds worth of armor on it and move it around effortlessly, which is kind of like the idea behind this. It's additional weight, not to be able to punch through walls or lift a car. That's just stupid. But if you can carry a larger pew pew and do it effortlessly and carry a lot of hard armor and do it effortlessly, then you're starting to get to the point where it's like, yes, this is how it should be. Again, using electronic actuators, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, even if you could punch fast the actuator to your muscle, yeah, there's going to be a lag there that's going to rip your arm right out of its socket. So I'm going with spring-loaded technologies that exist. They're proven, they work, and working my way off of that. So again, this is the top part. I wanted to show how it looks like. And again, you can kind of get the idea with that what I'm trying to build is a metal exo. And then once the metal exo is built, then I'll figure out what the best points are for these Steadicam arms to move my arms and move my legs to make it easy for me to be mobile and be agile. So again, this is what I got so far. I know I'm a lunatic. And what can I say? I just like building stuff. And it's something that I thought was cool. And so here it is. Peace.